So in my previous school districts, I always worked with leadership team to bring in professional development to teachers. I felt that there was a need this year in our school to have structured professional development. Our teachers have said in staff feedback, they have said to their coaches, and so in the coaching meeting, I'm also an instructional coach. So in the instructional coaching meetings, we've talked about the need for professional development. In logistics leader meetings and just overall meeting with teachers, there's a need for some structured professional development. I brought in professional development at the beginning of the year for guided reading for elementary school, and it's really a passion of mine, so I chose to apply for it. So currently we are focusing on PBLs. We will have a training for all staff on the February 12th PD day, and we will be focusing on PBLs. Overwhelmingly, we have heard feedback from teachers to say that they felt that they had not received proper training in PBLs, and that we have had new staff come on since we had our last training in PBL, and we needed to really focus on that. So for the month of February and for the month of March, we will really be focusing on that. So for STEM, a PBL is problem-based learning. I also like to think of it as inquiry learning. So basically what it is the students are asked to solve a problem, and you guide your lessons and create your lessons to help those students to then solve that problem. The teacher becomes the facilitator of the learning by providing the students and helping to guide the students towards resources that will help them to answer that problem. So pre-pandemic, we did we partnered with the Denver Zoo. This was a 4th grade project. It went on for about 2 months, probably 3 months. We each taught our standards through science, but they were around that the topic of the Denver Zoo wants to upgrade 10 of their exhibits for the animals. So we took the students to the zoo. We explored the exhibits. We explored exhibits that had already been updated. What do they have versus the exhibits that want to be updated? And then the students had to bring in the information that they learned in class, such as do the exhibits have the appropriate plants and physical items in its environment in order to be happy, because if the animal is not happy, it will not reproduce, and that's not good for the zoo population. So there were a lot of different aspects in it, but we in the end designed an exhibit for the zoo and then presented it to the zoo. My biggest impact that I want to make with our staff is I want to listen to their needs. I am on a lot of committees, and the reason I put myself onto a lot of committees is because I really feel passionately about helping others to become successful. Through coaching, I'm working with teachers to help develop those PBLs, and I'm listening to the struggles and trying to find creative solutions on how we can develop better PBLs, how we can be a better school. I will continue to listen to the staff feedback, listen to logistics leaders, and listen to the needs, overall needs of our staff to say this is what we need as far as professional development. I love the flexibility and the creativeness. Overall, I knew that this year being a pandemic, this would be a very hard year to try to fill my position, being that I am a third and fourth grade teacher that is split. I took on that role this year so that we did not have to displace a staff member. And I had no idea that this position would become available. And when it did, I just asked that we find a creative way that I could take on this position because I am so passionate about it. And I love that our administration and our staff came together. That was part of the interview process and came up with a creative solution and a creative way for me to be able to do this.